This is the bonus section podcast, episode number 51. It's time to stand up to negativity. Are you the type of person that knows you were meant for something greater in this lifetime and that somewhere inside of you, there's just this bigger version trying to break free, but in spite of all your self-development attempts, you just can't seem to find the way up there? Well, then, hey, you are definitely in the right place. I'm Danny Griffin, the founder of the bonus section and the host of this podcast, and a person just like you trying to live the most fulfilling life possible. So to help you take an immediate action step to move in a better direction for yourself, we take all the notes from each episode, and for a short period of time, we leave a couple episodes up at freethinkingtools.com, freethinkingtools.com. Just a couple of notes there that help you sit down with a cup of coffee or wherever your favorite spot is, just to think, just to spend some time thinking about how to improve your own life and get some strategies in place. It's not always the tactic, exactly what you're doing, but it's how you should do this to improve your life and get yourself more strategic. It'll give you a better plan. All right. In this episode, I want to talk about it's time to stand up against negativity. And this is a positive podcast here. I've had the benefit of coaching some fabulous real estate agents in both my brokerage and in my coaching company, which is my primary business realm. And I've just seen some people win a lot lately in overcoming negative situations. And it's been exciting, but I thought I should share it with everybody. So you get a little bit more of how, right? Because it is just an incredible dilemma that we have, that the world just seems to have accelerated and proliferated negativity, especially with social media. I mean, from the trolling to the negativity to the pot shots to the ugly stuff people can just say hiding behind a computer. It's sad that there's so many people that are that hurting that that's the outlet, but it is what it is. And I'm no shrinking violet. I can take it when it comes my way. I don't know how you feel about it, but boy, it's a dilemma. So we need to talk about it. We need to put it on the table. Let's just call the big thing instead of picking a side all the time. It's all negative when there's sides and they're colliding. It's not healthy debate a lot of the time anymore. I mean, you look at the news, it's left or right negative, period. It's just bizarre to me, but it is. So the first point is that I'm going to make an argument. Money's the cause of all evil is what everybody says. No, negativity is the root of all evil. That's what I'm going to say here today. Negative thoughts about money, negative thoughts about people, negative thoughts about circumstances. That's the root of all evil. It permeates everything that's evil, negative. Think about it for a second. It's more global. Instead of naming some tactical thing, it's a sense of the way we feel. And so that's what makes it harder to put our finger on or grab and wrap our arms around. So that's why it's a tough subject here, but I want to go at it. So I'm going to say that negativity is the root of all evil. It exists at least in everything that's evil. Next is that it's also negativity is the easiest virus you'll ever catch. So, you can think that you're being positive and you have this spiritual or religious rigmarole that you go through all the time to try to protect yourself. And then you go out in the real world and it seems to just collapse because the negativity, the negative energy, and Napoleon Hill talked about the ether and how thoughts can just travel through the ether. So you might be sitting there thinking that you're building some sort of a fortress around you against it. But it is like a virus, and you do catch it. It comes into your body just like a disease, just like a true biological virus. It's a mental virus that comes in and you can't stop it from passing through your head. That's what thoughts are. Go read Napoleon Hill's work about thoughts traveling along the ether. He wrote the book Law of Success, which is like this thick. Think and Grow Rich is the smaller one, but he has this huge thick book. And that was one of the things that really impacted me, is that no matter what, these are the thoughts that are going to come to us. It's why I do a positive podcast, because I'd like to just throw some positive thinking out there, even if it's about a tough subject. I want that positivity out there. And by doing it myself, I'm sifting and sorting through the negativity that's come through my brain today, later today, tomorrow, this week, this month. It's just so easy for it to pass through. We need to pick a fight with it. We need to be aware that here it comes today. Here's that one today. We have to be ready for it because it is a virus and it's coming your way on a constant basis. Next, how? Let's get into the meat of this thing here, right? I think that when I look around at how I coached people through it and how I get through it myself, don't get me wrong. Inside my business, inside my family, we're going to lay off some of that negative feeling. I'm not a huge fan of keeping things built up inside, because then what that negativity comes out is this weird passive aggression. Right? I don't want to pick on any states, but there are some that are known, or countries that are known for being so nice. What I find in those places is all the negativity and aggression comes out passively. It's just weird. So let's just get all this stuff out on the table. Let's talk about it. Let's be human for a second. We are negative. It's a part of the human struggle. The human endeavor includes negativity. But if we can become great at recognizing why people are negative, right? That's the key. Why are we and why are other people negative? What causes that? That's what I wrote down in my notes here. To pursue and find the real cause. So again, I'll state it this way. Become great at recognizing why people are negative and find the real cause for it. Make that the game worth playing. That's the part that you really can become sort of adept at, skilled at. A skill set to recognize it. And again, this isn't being taught in elementary school to us. Hey, now you have to be careful. No, it's always be nice, be nice. Well, okay, great. But what happens when I don't feel like I want to be nice? What happens when somebody's not nice to me? What do you want me to do then when I'm triggered? What am I supposed to do then? See, that's why be nice is not good enough. You have to recognize why everybody's negative, what's going on, because there is real debate, there's real disagreement. These things happen, and things can be said or actions can be taken that trigger and exacerbate more negativity. So we know it's real, but what's at the real cause? And really, the only way that we can do this, and my final point here, was to develop ways to overcome our own negativity and then practice helping people do the same rather than just dropping people. We're always so quick to drop a friend, cut off a family member. We can't just wait to drop them. Well, okay, there's where the virus has taken over you completely. Let that sink in for a second. You want to be an isolationist. You're mad at the world. Everybody else is wrong. Now the virus has overtaken you, and you can't exist in the world anymore because you don't have a bag of thinking tools, right, to deal with it. So now you're an isolationist. What happens in solitary confinement? You go crazy. You get more negative. The virus gets worse until eventually it kills you. Whether it just kills you figuratively and you're alone and there's no enjoyment in life, or literally you just kill yourself, right? Meaning with the negativity, even from quote unquote natural causes, you die an earlier death because you're just so negative. The body continues to break down and you're missing all the opportunities that a positive outlook would require. I just saw right before this podcast, fascinating, someone I care about, related in the familial way with me too, distant cousins. And I just saw a really a great post about how she had made a decision to improve her life and was taking action and doing specific things to take care of herself. I loved it because that's taking a look at her own negativity, right? Yes, she made a comment to, screw the rest of the world and the negative, those types of people. I get it. So you have to put your own oxygen mask on first, and you have to begin to get positive. But what that will do eventually is now you have a more positive self-image. Now your own self-negativity is dissipating. See, this is the catch-22 with negative. If we see ourselves through our self-image in this negative way, we don't like the way we look physically, do something about it. Become aware that the reason why you feel so poorly is because you weigh too much. Then look at what you're eating and what it's causing, and change your diet, change your sleep habits, change your exercise. You can do that all the minute you become aware of why you're negative about you. That's the best place to start. Pick the fight with negativity in your own world. Stop looking for a bad guy. There are plenty of bad guys. There are plenty of thoughts and people that are going to come at you with negativity. But the truth is that's not really where negativity begins its viral expansion. It's inside of you and the way that you see yourself. Do something to change that. You can do it immediately every single day. The ability to eat better, sleep better, and exercise. And you don't need to join a gym. You can walk out the door. I don't even care if it's bare feet on a beach. Move. Move yourself. Get some vitamin D in the sun. That triggers chemical change. Eat better food. Stop eating crap and getting all these chemicals in your body. So your body's fighting it. You're getting more depressed by these foods, right? So it's all about taking care of you to get rid of the virus inside of you first. That negativity starts to get pushed down. What you focus on expands. If you focus on improving the self-image, it's positive. If you continue to destroy it, it's negative. So these are things immediately within our control that we can take control over today. I mean, immediately. I have seen more people around me make a decision. I mean, I'm trying to think of one daughter specifically and two friends that I've seen, all of them in their posting, and I can see the positivity beginning to expand. Thank you, Oprah Winfrey. I say it all the time. I heard her say once upon a long time ago, what you focus on expands. It was brilliant and simple. If you focus on doing the right thing for yourself, your positivity begins to squeeze out your negativity. Now, you're putting yourself in more positive positions. You're bringing a positive attitude to the other people that are around you who are teetering also. Think about your family and friends that are teetering on the same thing. They're struggling with the same virus that lives within us. And it's almost like a virus that's never going to go completely away. So the fight has to always continue to squeeze it down. But your friends, your family members, they're fighting with it too. So the more positive you can be, and the more positive influence you can be on them, you're actually helping them kickstart. And the more that they see your positive example of better food, better health, better sleep. I can't tell you how many people when I say, yeah, I went vegan for an entire year. Now I've added back some fish. Really? Really? And they're curious and they want to know. See what I mean? You bring this conversation. Yeah, it was a little tricky because I felt like my brain needed some more protein. So I went back to fish. And I have these conversations on a regular basis. If you go find my personal social media stuff, you'll find that I'm often posting about sitting in a beautiful spot, looking at the water, walking. I try to observe what's beautiful around me and practice gratitude because I get negative heaped on me every day. I own multiple businesses. I'm raising many kids, my own, and I coach many people. So I have to deal with a big bucket of negative every day. So I have my tools that I go to. I don't stay up late on social media. I don't stay up late watching TV. In fact, I watch very little TV, and I'm always trying to improve my businesses or my self-development because it's positive. It's interesting. It keeps me going. People look at these podcasts all the time and say, where do you live? You always look tan. No, I don't. I sleep well. I eat well. That's what I do. That's why I look like this. I don't know, look like a flamingo because I eat a lot of vegetables, I suppose. I don't know. But I'm just telling you, this is not rocket science to pick a fight with your own negativity. And the key point I want to leave you with here, though, is when you're doing this, you don't have to just like, I don't like the advice of, you got to get rid of all the negative people in your life. You might have to. Somebody might be so far broken with their own negativity that no matter what you do, to help them, you can't. You can't save everybody. You can't help everybody. It's one of the most painful recognitions that I ever came to. So I stopped trying to do that. And I do this general positive podcast called The Bonus Section so that I can give it away to all those that can consume it. They're capable of consuming it. They'll take it. And I don't need validation that you're listening. I don't need it. I just do it as much to keep my own positivity and share it with you so that hopefully it can affect you. But I don't need you to tell me that it did. I just hope it does. Because that's authentically giving away my best stuff for free. Authentically. And I need to live that way. At the end of the road, I need to be looking back saying, I gave away my best stuff for free to as many people that could consume it. So I would say that that's a good standard for all of us when it comes to this subject. Try to be the most positive influence you can on yourself first and let it emanate. You'll begin to attract in new people that are attracted to it, and you'll repel the ones that just can't hang on. But don't just drop people. Don't make everybody else the bad guy when you're getting out of a negative state. And like I said, yes, you might have to get away from some toxic relationships that the negativity drew you into. There's no doubt about it. But don't blame somebody else on the way out the door, okay? Because hopefully your positive example might even save somebody that has hurt you physically, emotionally, whatever it might be. And boy, is that the ultimate outcome that you could hope for. I know we all want to wish revenge upon people that have had a truly negative impact on us, but isn't that still letting the virus expand inside you? Let that sink in. All right, let me go back and hit these bullet points. Passionate about these subjects, love this stuff, right? Want to share it because I see it having a positive impact in my life, and especially those people that have the benefit of coaching. It's time to stand up against negativity. And the first point was because negativity is truly the root of all evil. Look at all the evil you see in the world. It's right there. So it's not good. And the evil can be in your own life and the way you see yourself. Second, negativity is the easiest virus you will ever catch. And in fact, you'll catch it on a regular basis. And there's probably not a pure 100% cure for it ever going to happen as long as we are human. So understand, it's a virus and it's coming and it lives inside of us. Next, become great at recognizing why people are negative. Why are you negative? What's the cause? Find the real cause in your own negativity and others and be honest with yourself. Do it in a private room. Maybe you need some guided help from a psychologist, right? Maybe that's what you need, but find the real cause for the negativity. And of course, the last one is develop ways to overcome your own negativity. And I start with the basics. Eat better, sleep better, and exercise. Eat better, sleep better, and exercise. Duh, the big three. And then, of course, once that starts to happen, practice helping people do the same. Share these great things that you're doing to be positive and get rid of the negativity rather than just drop them and get rid of them from your life. Yes, the caveat is I know you should be away from some of those people who are just not helpable, but don't make them the bad guy. Don't go to social. Don't go to these places and start deriding them. Just move along. Let me summarize it this way. Negativity is one of the most contagious and damaging viruses you'll catch and spread. So it's time to stand up to it and pick a lifelong fight. Lifelong, because it's not going away ever. We're wasting too much of our time drowning in negative emotions, which is causing us to not fully enjoy our own lives and help other people do the same. Focus on developing awareness about your own negative feelings and develop thinking tools to overcome. And rather than running away from people that are struggling with the same problem, do your best to help them find a way out too. Let's all get out of this state. All right, remember, you can take immediate action to get moving in a better direction for planning out your life because we take all the notes from each episode and we post them a couple episodes at a time over at freethinkingtools.com, freethinkingtools.com. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you listen, or find us on any of our social media channels for the bonus section, and you won't miss any episodes. We'd also appreciate it if you would join our mission of becoming people for others and share this content with other people just like you so that they get the help that they need. Please make this a positive viral moment where you get this stuff in the hands of people who need to hear these types of messages. But remember this, I sign off the same way every time. Nobody's coming for you. Nobody is coming for you. So go get to work on yourself and build a better plan for your life. And I will see you in the next episode to provoke you and help you do just that. Thanks again.